gentlemen, and we are the North Carolina Angry Patriots, and here is the boss lady.
Hey there, how's everybody doing? Hope y'all had a great Halloween.
We did. We got to stay at home while it was cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold today. And but we live in North Carolina, so the seasons can change daily, hourly around here. So, what do you want to talk about today?
My main goal to talk about today is the illegal immigrant caravan that's headed towards us. I think they said there was like 15,000 people in this first one.
The first one?
Yeah, the one.
Just the first one?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that's headed towards us now.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, you want to play the video?
Yeah, I just seen it.
So that was a video of a huge caravan of migrants that are leaving from the U.S. from Mexican City, Tapachula, and this is from First Post.
No, everybody knows why they're coming. Free benefits, American jobs, American homes, American culture. But a lot of these people are terrorists. A lot of these people ain't aiming to change the way they live just because they get over here. They aim to change America into what they live in over there. And, you know, it ain't right. These people get to come over here and move into American cities and American neighborhoods. And I know I ain't the only one talking about it, but being as I seen 7 bus loads coming through Locust, North Carolina about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to talk about it even more. We are ready for the illegal immigrants. About every job in North Carolina is being done by an illegal immigrant or a legal immigrant that's working 10,000 illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And
I mean, all you gotta do is pull up at the gas stations during your lunch hour, going to work, getting off from work. They're all in bright yellow, bright orange shirts, doing all the landscaping jobs, the brick mason jobs, the framing jobs, sheetrock, roofing. I mean,
everything, concrete pouring.
Yeah, not only that, let's see, now they started out in the hotels and motels, some of the...
started out on the farms, and then went to motels and hotels. Everybody was too lazy to do those jobs, and then it went from that to the pouring the concrete and setting the rebar. Everybody was too lazy to do that. Then it went from that to the vinyl siding and framing, the windows and roofing.
Well, Geraldo said it was just jobs Americans didn't want to do that. We're too lazy to do those jobs.
Yeah, Geraldo went around the whole world lying to the American people like all these politicians do. And let me let you on a little secret. If you see, you got the video of those buses.
Yeah.
I'll show you these buses. When you see these buses coming through your neighborhoods, they're not going too far. They just now getting in. And this is another thing. I want you to see this one.
Hold on.
You can look at them buses. The only thing they've done to them from the ones we seen coming through Locust pretty much is take the names off the side and tinted all the windows so you couldn't see them, the windshields and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, blacked them all out, which is illegal. You got to be able to see in something, but not if you're hauling illegal immigrants through the city of Locust, mid-Stanley County. But you seen the caravan that's headed this way. When you see these buses rolling through your neighborhoods, they're coming in to be set off in your neighborhoods. At the closest government giveaway center or government public housing center. It's not going to be far from your homes, your children, your families, your jobs, if you got any. And me personally, I just don't think that they have a right to police us in any way, shape, or form if we're not hurting people physically.
Oh no, absolutely not. I think that exactly what you said before. All the politicians should be held accountable for all the crimes that the illegal immigrants
Most
commit while they're
definitely.
here.
Yeah, they should. In the state of North Carolina, the governor, the lieutenant governor, and we're going to skip all the little ones in between there, and then we're going to go to the sheriffs in the counties where the crimes are committed should be held fully accountable by the citizens. In other words, if you commit murder and you're facing life in prison, that governor, that lieutenant governor, and the sheriff in that county should have to do that time. Some way or another, they should be held accountable. Like I said before, if I drive you to the bank to rob it, I'm just as guilty as you. They're protecting the illegal immigrants. They're busting them through our cities. They're letting them off. They're taking your money. You have to pay a business license just to have a business. They take that money and house illegal immigrants. That ain't what it's for.
No.
It's supposed to be to patch our streets and keep the American people safe.
Well, I mean, they're housing all the illegal immigrants. Now, how about all the homeless veterans that we have out here on the streets that they just walk around and...
Well, when you talk about it, they take them and put them in a prison camp and take all them illegal immigrants and put them in 5-star motels and hotels, paying 4 times the rate of what it should cost an average to house, for a person to get a room at that motel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think that was the Rosedale Hotel that was in New York City we showed last week.
Yeah, but they're doing that in North Carolina too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I said about when they banned poker machines. One place in New York gets away with it and it moves on to every county and every state.
Yeah.
And to me, it just ain't right. I think the American citizens who own a business should just burn their business license in the street, throw them away. Don't apply for another business license. Why do you have to? The illegal immigrants don't. I just wanted people to see what I seen on the news, and like I say, I seen this. I know the true clips.
Oh yeah.
But
well, we see Ben Berquam going to the border all the time. I mean,
the 7 bus loads.
Migrants, and it's fighting age men. It's not all women and children like the left is wanting to show pictures of or say, because it's a bunch of lies. Ben Berquam, if you want to look him up, he's on Real America's Voice. I'm sure he has his own channels, Law and Border, but he has literally went along with the caravans through the jungle, all the stuff they've had to go through, endure, the rain, mudslides, and filmed every single bit of it and has it available. All you have to do is just watch other things that they don't show you on mainstream media, because there's so much more out there. It's sad what's going on.
I mean, you think about when one of these terrorist idiots commit a crime, law enforcement wants to put the American people on lockdown, tell you not to leave your homes, or they want to raid your homes and scream gun control, when in fact, we need politician controlling the illegal immigrants and the terrorists are letting into our country. And all we have to do is deport these immigrants and give the American people their jobs back. Do what Donald Trump was doing. Bring back the manufacturing companies.
Build the wall.
Yeah, build 2 walls. That way they wore out before they get over the first one or the second one.
Yeah.
But we've lived through this. We know what it's like to be forced out of your jobs and out of your businesses and your money taken away from you while illegal immigrants operate right across the street from you or right beside you. And I've seen law enforcement just destroy American businesses while they protect the illegal immigrant business because they're told to by politicians, and it ain't right. And, you know, the first line of defense of the Constitution is the law enforcement that upholds it. As of now, we have none. And we're told the American people ain't got the right to uphold the Constitution. If you do uphold it, you end up being charged with some dirty prosecutor or dirty judge like targeting Donald Trump. And we all know that's a dirty judge. We all know everything they doing is corrupt as hell.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be allowed to be done. And that's one of the reasons I also say we need a Constitution Enforcement Agency. We need an agency that when they see this going on, they say, oh no, this ain't happening. And they go however they got to do it and arrest, detain, imprison, remove, whatever they got to do to take care of the dirty corruption that's illegally targeting people. And it's being done by law enforcement, by prosecutors, politicians, judges, sheriffs, you name it. It goes on everywhere, and everybody knows it.
Well, and then they give these illegal intruders coming in our country court dates to show up, like they honestly think that they're going to show up. They don't show up for court, but they can sure show up for the giveaway center.
That's where you can get them all at if you just go to the giveaway center.
Yeah, well, that goes back to your local politicians, and they've been, in the local law enforcement, they've been told to stand down and only police American citizens where they can get an actual person money and time and all that stuff.
Well, we're told we have to obey the rules, but illegal immigrants don't. And it's a sad thing when American citizens just take being told everything we can and cannot do, while illegal immigrants do everything we should be able to do without permission. I mean, they get all the jobs. And don't get me wrong, I don't think American citizens should get all these benefits. I mean, only the true disabled and veterans should get the benefits. I've said it once and I say it again. If you're able to work and you're too lazy to work, starve. I don't care.
Single moms.
My money and my wife's money, or no other American patriot who works for a living, should have to fund laziness, foreign countries, foreign wars, dirty politicians, their retirements, law enforcement's pension. If you're a true law enforcement and you stand in front of the dirty politicians and uphold the Constitution, yeah, you're a hero and you should get compensated for it. But if you just obey orders and do whatever you're told and violate people's rights, no, you shouldn't.
Yeah. Just be a jackass because you want to be a jackass, and you got a badge and a gun, and you won't be mean to people.
And it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Especially in counties like Stanley County, North Carolina. And it's provable. That's the sad part. Politicians knows it happens all the time, but they're not going to do nothing about it because they floating in the same boat with the rest of the politicians. Do what we're told, roll with the program, we get our retirement, we get our pension, our families are taken care of. If you're high enough in the battlefield of politicians, you get to be protected by men with AR-15s or Uzis or whatever they want to carry, their preference, whatever guns they like. But while I'm going with that, they get protected by the same things they want to take away from the American citizens. Mm-hmm. Rights to bear arms, the rights to defend your family. And if we don't stand up and stop it, there ain't nobody else going to stop it. You mark my words, in 2024, they either have Donald Trump in prison or dead. They're not going to let him just take power to where he can stand up against the deep state government.
No, they worked hard to get where we're at right now. New World Order.
They want the one world order so bad they can taste it already. I mean,
I don't know who's want to give up power of whatever country, like Russia. You think Putin wants to give up power? He said, "Oh, I'll be the president of the new world."
No, he's not going to give up power, but that's why the deep state government, United Nations, and all want to overthrow him. Mm-hmm. Just like they crushed Afghanistan, Iraq. We went in there and destroyed their people's lives and country over they call it a dictator. Well, what's their government? I want someone to explain me the difference. If we go out and open a business without a business license, we get our doors kicked down by a SWAT team. What's the difference? I mean, if we don't pay taxes, they take our home and give it to who they want to and throw us out in the street. What's the difference? What's the difference between a dictator in Afghanistan and a dictator in North Carolina?
Yeah.
And the dictator difference in Afghanistan and North Carolina, In Afghanistan, they'll kill the American people and dictate their own citizens. Over here, we protect the illegal immigrants, and if necessary, kill our own citizens. And they don't care.
No. And then you got everybody like all these little towns that want to grow and be huge and big, and then they go up on everybody's property taxes, and you've got all these elderly people that have paid their whole lives to pay their house off and work and get a little bit of check that they're getting, and they'll be kicked out on the street if they don't get their property taxes paid every year. And then they're going to go up on your property taxes because, well, the economy around here is booming and gone good. Well, that doesn't mean that that person got extra money on their paycheck every month just because the economy and y'all built a bunch of houses around. I mean, and these people get put out on the street.
I'm still curious of how they building. I mean, why they building all these houses too? Everybody knows the American people is suffering for money and jobs.
Yeah.
The economy sucks. Believe what everybody wants to tell you or not,
bacon
but
is
just
$7 a pound.
Well, you seen gas yesterday, just in this small town, $3.25 or up.
Yeah.
I mean, when Donald Trump took office, I was paying $1.99 a gallon for my big work truck, and I loved it. $1.99 wasn't bad. Now I'm paying $3.25. Well, now I ain't actually even working, but $3.25 a gallon, $3.50 a gallon, and you know my gas for my truck doubled.
Yeah.
And it ain't going back down unless we put Donald Trump in there. That's for sure.
Oh no.
And I still say they're not going to.
Everybody sat there and talked about Donald Trump, saying that, oh, well, not everybody, but the left, talking about how he was going to have us in all these wars, and now look at us.
You see where we at?
Yeah, and Biden's in office, by the way.
And I heard this the other day.
2 wars we're funding.
And I think it was on the War Room, Steve Bannon or Charlie Kirk. But if we can afford to fund 2 wars, 2 countries, and give all this aid, all this, we the American people, property owners like us, is paying way too much taxes.
For sure.
I mean, we should just quit paying taxes and find out how they're going to get the money. We the ones pay it, just stop.
Yeah.
I mean, when they send you a tax letter, get with all your neighbors beside them, you say, nah, we're not sending this in, we're hereby not paying it. Go ahead and give them fair warning.
Defund the tax department.
Yeah, exactly. Defund the tax department.
We as the citizens are going to have to defund the tax department.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. They built an army for that. 85,000 new IRS agents. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that, folks. You might want to make sure all your neighbors are ready to band together before you do that. Because they won't mind coming in and wiping out 15, 20 of you. And I wouldn't hesitate them at all.
I forgot about all the 85,000 armed IRS agents.
Yeah, we could very well start and defund them first. We defund them first, and then there goes their backup to collect tax money that they can send to foreign countries. We do not need to pay taxes when we're funding 2 foreign wars, funding all the illegal immigrants that's coming into this country, not counting all the other aid that we don't even know about, and the Biden crime family's money laundering scheme. I mean, you know, they got to get their cut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But if we can fund all that, we don't need to pay taxes. Let's just stop. I mean, why do it? I'm all about just banding together. If we can all band together in North Carolina, we just quit paying taxes. It save us $1,000 a year.
Oh, yeah. And then you just think about all the bigger counties around North Carolina that are paying way more than the smaller towns do. So, fortunately, we do live in a town that has good property taxes right now, other than the fact that they're trying to put a house on every...
They want to build them on every eighth of an acre.
Yeah, I was going to say a few hundred feet apart so they can go up on the taxes and have more growth and build into a little small city, when everybody here is still wanting country. We have some nice country land around here.
Yeah, well, that's about to change for us too, you know. We've been told they're going to build 400 houses right behind us. So there goes, so that's what she means when she says we don't want all the big cities. I mean, we need country left. And all the politicians, when they get in there, it's all about lining their pockets. And anybody walk in that's a developer or something that can afford to buy a patch of land and pay off a politician, they'll work with them. And we'll build it on every 100 feet if you want it. The sad part is all the illegal immigrants get all the jobs. If they was doing it and giving the jobs to the Americans, then the Americans could afford to buy the houses and.
Well, we sure definitely couldn't do what they're doing going into another country.
No.
I'm pretty sure Mexico wouldn't even just allow us to travel.
Mexico not. The cartel's not going to.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, the cartels, they're going to welcome you in. Leaving's going to be a real hard problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's a sad thing because the American people's suffering and everybody knows it, and we're just doing nothing but accepting.
Well, we don't even know who's coming in.
Oh no.
I mean, at all.
They said there's a good chance now that Hezbollah has infiltrated, and what they mean by that a terrorist attack could possibly happen by Hezbollah coming across the border. Who should be held accountable for that?
Kamala Harris.
That's a good start. Yeah, indeed.
Joe Biden.
That one's a definitely. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, Homeland Security.
Homeland Security's the one deporting them. I mean, you bringing them in, you look at the bus numbers, they all got government numbers on them.
Border Patrol needs to.
American citizens should take over border control.
Well, they need some help. That's for sure. They got their hands.
No, I'm not helping them cut no holes in no fencing. I'm just going to refuse to obey those orders. I'm not going to cut no holes. I'm not going to tear down.
Border Patrol is not cutting holes.
Yes, they are too. It's on the news. They're the ones reported it. Homeland Security is being sued by the Department of Justice. I mean, Texas is being sued because Border Patrol is being denied the right to cut holes in the fence, which was their order.
Oh, dear Lord.
And all you got to do is just research it. You'll see the videos. They're not allowed to participate with Border Patrol. In other words, they were stopping Border Patrol from cutting the holes in the fence. So the Border Patrol started suing Texas Department of Justice for stopping them from cutting holes in the fence. And that's why I say, and the same thing, why we have all these foreigners in our government agencies.
Yeah.
I don't understand when we got
like the squad.
40,000 Border Patrol agents and 39,000 of them are foreigners. And people say, well, they need a job. Not here, they don't.
Oh, well, if you've never been to Washington, D.C., that's about all that works there.
Even the horses speak foreign language.
That's all they speak to. That's
all they know.
Yeah. But that's all that works there, like literally, because they have some kind of foreign exchange student program thing that goes on up in Washington, D.C. So if you've never been there, you would be in for a shock to see all the immigrants that are there. These ones that are coming in now, they're intruders, such intruders. And I feel for the ones that have done a lot to try to get their citizenship and see what's going on, because they've spent years trying to get legal the right way and spent lots of money, and now they just have open borders, and we have no idea who's coming in our country, who's coming in our home.
Well, it should be.
And not to mention, some of the police stations are starting to hire them.
Well, you got Chinese police stations in New York.
Yeah.
Fake Chinese police stations policing the Chinese citizens. Now tell me how much more you got to have a dictatorship in the country when you're allowing foreign police stations to be set up.
Yeah.
And I don't think that them Chinese police didn't police Chinese citizens, people that actually come over here and become citizens legal and built their businesses legal and paid for their permits and business license.
And then what if they're with an American? Then the Chinese police people
police
are
them
policing
too.
the Americans.
Exactly. Nobody stopped them.
Let's take down the CCP.
I think that's the CDP, Chinese Democrat Party. It's the CCP in China. Yeah. It's the CDP over here.
Chinese Communist Party.
Chinese Democrat Party. I mean, the Communist Democrat Party.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
United
what I
States.
said. What
Yeah.
she meant.
What you said.
Did
That's
you know,
what he said.
we know a lot of people that was forced out of business in North Carolina. Bar owners, restaurant owners. When COVID come through, they was wiped out. But the big apartment jobs that was still going on, the complexes that were still being built, who got to build them?
Oh.
All foreigners.
Immigrants, yep.
They all wear masks anyway, you know, it's to cover their identity. Most of them wear them up to here while they working. But they got all the jobs. They still got to build the high-rise buildings in uptown Charlotte, all the apartment complexes, the housing developments, all the sheetrock, all the work. They got to do all of it. You didn't see them sitting at home in trailer parks, in all the government giveaway housing. They was all working. American citizens who refused to take the vaccine, they got put out of work for sure. So therefore, it wasn't their body and their choice. It was do what I tell you. You don't get to work.
Oh, speaking of, I wanted to talk about that. I have a friend that worked for airlines when the jab came through, and she lost her job because she wouldn't get vaccinated, and she stood strong and went on and found another job and worked her butt off to keep on going, and eventually 2 years later she got her job back, didn't have to be vaccinated. That being said, we were looking up, just curious about Shark Tank and how you get on Shark Tank and the requirements, and I was going through it, and you must be fully vaccinated to be able to audition for Shark Tank. And I just think that's crazy.
I think you're right. We need to show them who it is. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a true patriot company. The people who invented this absolutely refuse to get vaccinated to go on Shark Tank. Shark Tank's a bunch of liberals who want to say, it's your body, your choice. Her body, her choice. Not if you're a company that's wanting to go on Shark Tank and present your product and try to get help from them, you know, like they do to liberals. But no, you got to be fully vaccinated with unknown poison.
Yeah.
Something that you can't get the ingredients in for 75 years. You'll be dead in 75 years. You won't even know what killed you. And they won't let these people come on without being fully vaccinated.
It's my body, my choice. If you're getting an abortion, it's okay, or you know, but not your body, your choice when they're sticking stuff in unknown substances in your body.
Yeah.
That are there forever.
And so the people who invented doggone fishing decides if that's what they got to do to sell doggone fishing is to put poison in their body, then we won't never go on Shark Tank. Mark Cuban, you can take vaccine and put it in you and poison you, and you can force other people to. Doggone fishing won't be a part of it, nor will we ever have a part of watching any of your shows or anything. We just poor people. I know we're not going to bankrupt you, but we'd rather be true patriots. It's to be forced to have poison put in us.
And have pure blood.
It is our body, and it is our choice, and we know what choice we're going to make, and we're sticking with it.
That's right. And we're 100% pure blood.
And it's going to stay that way.
Definitely.
So we just wanted to run that by people who think Shark Tank's a true, honest,
not woke company.
Yeah, not a woke company. You know,
I think they're woke.
We're not racist. We're not prejudiced. It's your body, your choice, unless we say so.
Yeah.
And then it ain't your body, your choice if you want to work with us.
Yeah.
So that's Shark Tank for you. So anybody who wants to sit around and watch it, remember, they don't allow people to come on there that believes in the true fact of your body, your choice. They just want to state that for the liberal woke media and force people to be poisoned. So, with that being said, doggone fishing has absolutely refused to go on Shark Tank.
Yeah, that really sucks that
Yep.
they're like that. So anyway, if y'all want to email us, well, we were talking about the illegal immigrants.
And how American people have to...
illegal intruders, sorry.
Huh?
The illegal intruders.
Yeah, intruders. You about can't even call them illegal immigrants no more because they're coming from every part of the country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're illegal intruders and terrorists.
Yeah, we have no idea what's coming through the border. So we're just going to say that Halloween is now over. It's about to be Thanksgiving, getting close to Christmas. And we still say Merry Christmas. So just want to say we will talk to y'all before then. But when you're out traveling, going to see your families, getting gas, just driving home from work, really be careful and watch your surroundings. It's getting bad. It's getting darker earlier. Make sure to use your rights that you have been given from our forefathers. Rights are like muscles. If you quit using them, you will lose them. And they are for our protection. So make sure your Second Amendment is a good one.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, I know there's a lot of politicians and Democrats, including law enforcement, that don't want you to carry your guns.
Yeah.
But at now time and days, with all the terrorists they're letting in our country, it shouldn't be up to them no matter what. It shouldn't be an option. You carry them if you want them. It's your guns. It's your choice. It's your body, your choice. Carry your guns.
I think it should be illegal not to carry a gun.
Well, you know, I think that's the case in one state. It's illegal if you don't have a gun, and that should be in every state. They don't have no crime there neither. Very, very little if they do. Maybe a traffic violation. But, you know, that should be going on everywhere. Carry your guns. Teach your kids real young how to use them. Teach them responsibly. But, you know, gun control should be how you control your guns, not what government tells you can carry or can't have. And ATF should be a convenience store. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, whichever one you want to buy first.
Yeah.
Other than that, any agency called the ATF should be dismantled, along with the FBI, a bunch of other ones we can think of. But,
DOJ.
Just remember, when you see them big white buses with all the blacked out windows, including the windshields, and there's 3, 4 of them, or even just one of them, follow them. If you got time, follow them. See where they're going. See who they're letting out them buses. I bet 100 to 1 they're illegal immigrants. Most likely middle-aged fighting men. And they're going to be in your neighborhoods. You know, a lot of people don't think about it, but they'll be putting the housing developments that's being built. They'll be putting all the trailer parks they can get them in. But keep your eyes on them. They're coming. And the election, everybody wants to believe that it's going to be all great election in 2024. But you remember, you all thought it was a great election when you went to bed in 2020.
And don't forget, if you're in a Democrat city, you voted Democrat, and now you are getting flooded by these illegal invaders in your city, that is what you voted for. And that is why they are being bused to the cities that voted sanctuary city, voted Democrat, and because that's not what we voted for. We want walls. Build the wall, Donald Trump. Build the wall.
20 feet tall. Or taller.
100 feet tall.
Yeah, 100 feet tall.
Yeah, that's what Jeremy Harrell wrote a song about that.
And we're going to still be releasing more videos of politicians and how to get away with dirty crimes and corruption. We also going to go and show where all the jobs are still going. And I want y'all to think about that clip we put on there. That first bus was 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They've had 9 years of your tax-paying dollars to fix immigration. And yet we're being flooded by thousands of terrorists.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, you can't call them. I can call them anything I want to. This is America. First Amendment rights. I
Unfortunately,
call them a terrorist.
Unfortunately, it's been going on longer than 9 years, but
that's just one video we found just
20,
like that.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for the last 20.
Yeah.
So.
And it ain't gonna stop just because you vote somebody in, not unless they was to accidentally let Trump get back in office, and I don't think they're going to. But that's just my opinion. I know who I'm voting for, Trump. And I don't care who runs against him, it's Trump. All the rest of y'all Republican rhinos should go home and go to bed.
Yeah.
Because you ain't no good up there.
No, not at all.
But we're getting ready to get off here, and we'll be releasing more videos. We'll be talking to y'all patriots real soon. We want y'all to keep in mind, Democrats get what they vote for, and so does Republicans. It's all the same system. A lot of people want to destroy America, and a lot of people want to save it. Unfortunately, we want to save it.
That's right.
So, that being said, peace.
Y'all have a good one.
We signing off.
Signing off.